finally acquired the SPRK 3 ceramic cartridge in both the obsidian and marble colorways. This is a brand new cart. Some of you may know the Packet company makes these SPRK ceramic 2 cartridges, but they've also just come out with the SPRK FLO and the SPRK 3. So they've been getting really good reviews, and I just wanted to try out some quality cart hardware, as we don't really have that much good hardware in the Florida medical marijuana program. It's mostly metal cartridges. But I went to Vidacann and I got the Spritzer live rosin cartridge, as well as 4 distillate syringes that I'm going to use to fill up these cartridges. So I always have a wonderful time filling up cartridges. It's just really therapeutic. You get a really beautiful result at the end of a nicely filled up cartridge with quality hardware and quality distillate. As you may know, I like to go to Vidacann, a Florida medical marijuana licensed dispensary, to get my distillate syringes. And yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today in this video, is filling up a bunch of SPRK cartridges. So guys, join me. Maybe we can all learn something today if you've never seen a cart filled before. And yeah, we're just gonna find out what these new cartridges are like from the SPRK Packet brand. They're very easy to work with. The only thing you want to watch out for is don't squeeze them too hard. Obviously you can break the glass or whatever the plastic is. That part is a bit fragile. I got 3 different syringes. I actually had a 4th one in my cabinet waiting for this moment, but today I purchased 3 different syringes. One being the Super Lemon Haze syringe, which is a sativa, and I also got the Mango Mintality, which is another sativa, and also the Midnight syringe, which is what I'm going to be using to fill up the first cartridge. And the first cartridge we're going to be filling up is the Midnight colored Packet 3 cartridge. I'm going to be putting Midnight in the Midnight colored cartridge. So Tikun Midnight is a 1,1 THC CBD strain. It has about 400 milligrams of each, and I heard this is a good strain if you want to use it in the daytime, but you don't want to get too high, so that's why it's a 1,1 strain. It's not going to be as hard hitting as a THC, mainly THC strain like Alaska or Super Silver Haze, or Super Lemon Haze rather. So what is Midnight? It's a 1,1 strain. It's sativa dominant, and it's high CBD. This is the COA for the strain. It has almost 4% terpenes, and I was just really curious about this strain. I've never used a 1,1 vape or anything like that in my life before, but I really wanted to try this. So guys, this is how you fill up a cartridge with a Vidacann syringe. You're going to take the green topper thing, you're going to put that on the syringe, but not before you take the syringe and put it in a plastic bag. That's right. You're going to run this under some hot water, but make sure no water touches the syringe. And that's going to be an easy way to heat up this syringe so that when you push on the plunger on the back, it's going to be a lot easier to push. It's not going to be a mini workout for your hands. So make sure to heat this syringe up real good, not too much obviously, but put it under some hot water for about 30 seconds. And once you've done that, the goods are going to be able to be squeezed out very easily. So now we're going to fill up this Midnight cart with our Midnight syringe. We're going to fly off into the midnight skies as soon as this is filled up. Okay, so that was a successful filling of the Midnight syringe into the new SPRK 3 cartridge. We're going to easily put the cap back on, but before we do that, you want to wait for all of the distillate to hit the bottom of the cart, and I waited a little bit, so I'm going to put the cap back on here, and that was a completely successful filling of a whole gram of distillate into the SPRK 3. So it is very beautiful. I love seeing that yellow color fill up that entire cartridge. So that's one cart. We're going to move on to one of my favorite strains, the Alaska sativa from Vidacann. And the next cart we're going to be using is the SPRK FLO 510 cartridge. So I wasn't entirely sure what the SPRK FLO does, but it seems to be a purposefully built 510 cartridge that elevates your vaping experience to new heights. Creates clean, rich tasting hits no matter how thick the concentrate. It seems to be able to permeate oil completely to produce even wicking and vaporization. And this is made possible by using a dual ceramic coil produced from a next generation ceramic formula. The pores on the FLO ceramics coil transition from larger on the outside to smaller and tighter towards the center. This design allows for oil to be quickly absorbed as it becomes depleted through use. It also ensures oil is safely stored during periods of no use or prolonged exposure to heat to avoid leakages. The top quality materials and innovative design of the FLO ceramic will ensure the ultimate experience. And if you couldn't tell, I was reading that from their website, because where else are you going to get a better explanation of what the card is? So that's the SPRK FLO 510. So for this syringe, I definitely did not heat it enough with my thumb after pushing way too hard. So you're going to make sure to heat these syringes, put them under hot water in a plastic bag for long enough. And apparently I didn't put it under the water for long enough, but I am a titan of a human being, and I was able to push the entire syringe out using my sheer strength. So here's a shot of the SPRK cartridges together, and we're going to move on another SPRK cartridge, but this time we're going to go with the Super Lemon Haze syringe, a sativa from Vidacann. And I was really interested in this particular strain because it seems to be high in terpinolene, my favorite terpene. So yeah, we're going to fill up this SPRK 3 with an amazing strain. So guys, let's do this. So one useful tip I noticed is that they give you this little tube with the carts in the package, and while you're waiting for the oil to drop down, it's kind of hard to keep the cart upright. So you can just drop the cart in the little tube and it's going to stay upright while you wait for the oil to drop down before you put the cap back on. So that's an incredible, useful thing that they include in the packaging for you. And yeah, I filled that one up. I'm going to wait to put the cap back on. And while we do that, I'm going to fill up the SPRK 2 cartridge with the Mango Mintality syringe from Vidacann. I'm sure you guys noticed this was a very easy thing to do. So if you're a Florida medical marijuana patient, you could order these SPRK carts, go to Vidacann and fill up your own distillate cartridges for a very cheap price and get a lot of value out of your money this way, rather than buying your own carts, which are going to be not as good hardware. They're going to be metal and they're not going to be ceramic like these. However, I did get the Spritzer Live Rosin card, and it does have some pretty good hardware that I see, so I might do a separate review on that one. Today we've been filling up the SPRK cartridges, and I noticed the SPRK 2, it's actually not as big as the other ones. I believe they've added some capacity on the SPRK 3, so for this SPRK 2 I had to wait a little bit longer for the oil to drop down so I could fill it up, and I accidentally filled it up a bit too much. You want to have a little bit of headroom there, but it was a success, and I was able to fill all 4 empty cartridges from SPRK using my Vidacann syringes. It was a wonderful time. I honestly love doing this, one of my favorite things to do, and it was just really awesome, guys. Hope it helped you. Hope you had a good time watching. Stay medicated and have a wonderful day in the Florida Medical Marijuana Program.